A hard thing to realize as an artist is that our worst paintings are the ones that are worth the most, the ones that people actually want to see. I came to this realization last year after holding my very first exhibition of my work. And when I mean last year, I actually mean 2 years ago because it was in year 2022. That's the year that I started getting known at work as the painter guy because I was doing a lot of reels in Instagram and a lot of people were starting to follow me. Somehow the word got out and people knew that I was somebody that painted. But the real thing that happened was that at work, I held a presentation about learning how to learn. And I used my journey of watercolor painting and learning it as an example. And the exhibition itself was like showing all the progress of my work from like year one to then. And so I also put all of these works for sale, and a lot of them were not, finished paintings. They were sketches or exercises or whatever. I felt very proud of all the work that was on those walls. I even made a wall which I called my milestone wall, where I showed my best of the best work. So I was super proud of those works. I knew that they were gonna sell like right away, and to my surprise, they actually didn't. They were the ones that either didn't sell or took the longest to sell. And by the way, the price that I was giving them at, it was around like $10. That was the starting price. It was kind of like a donation based shopping, because the proceedings of the paintings would go to a charity. And so I didn't want to overprice anything, and I didn't really know how to price my work, especially when I know that a lot of that work were not finished paintings. And I thought, no, I cannot put a painting that is like $10 because I value it like that, because it's just a sketch or just an exercise, or I was just experimenting or whatever. Besides a, let's say, put it at $100-$200 price of a piece of paper with a much nicer painting that I was proud of. It didn't really make sense, so that's why I just put everything at the same price. And I kind of, well, no, I didn't really expect people to pay more for the nicer ones, but I did expect at least all the nice ones to sell. The total amount of work that I had on the walls was about 100 paintings, so I didn't expect all of it to sell, to be honest, but a good deal of it did sell. And what I was just so surprised, it was all the paintings that I was very, very not proud of were the ones that sold the most, and people even gave me more money for those ones. I could just not understand what was happening. Like, as an artist, we want to have our work praised, and certainly money is a way of appreciation and kind of recognition of our hard work. But I was just so confused. Why is it that my best work is the one that nobody wants? And that's when I realized that art really is up to everybody. It is not up to me to say what is my best work. Sure, there's gonna be times where maybe people will agree on that. But at the end of the day, those ugly or my worst paintings ever, those are the ones that I probably also learned from the most. Those are the ones that probably people connect with the most, because they're not perfect. And just like everybody in this world, nobody is perfect. Maybe that's what makes them special. I really don't know. So from that moment forward, I decided to keep almost every single painting that I make, no matter how ugly it turns out to be, no matter if I'm satisfied with it or not. They will just go into a pile of paintings that at some point I'll go through and sell or give away. I mean, they're just great things to have to show, especially imagine for kids, like showing them all these pretty paintings and they're like, oh, I would really want this. And then you're like, yeah, you can have it. It's like a great gift. And I've done that quite a lot, not with kids, but with a lot of people. Even before this presentation, I've given so many paintings away because people saw them and they were like, oh my god, I really like it. And I'm like, really? Okay, you can have it. It is like that cliche of one man's trash, it's another man's treasure. As artists, we need to realize that the thing that we believe is the best thing in the world, in our opinion, might not actually be the best thing. I encourage you that if you have a pile of ugly paintings or failed paintings or your worst paintings ever, just show them to some people. Show them to your friends or family, I don't know, your kids or whoever you have around. Maybe you'll be surprised about how many of them actually appreciate your work and maybe want to keep it and be willing to give it away. Because that's a gift, not only for them, but from them to you, because what they're basically saying is your art, even your worst art, is good enough. Thanks for watching.